Hurricane damage is crippling hospitals all across the country, including here at home. Huntsville Hospital is delaying all non-emergency surgeries due to an IV shortage after a major provider was hit by Hurricane Helene. The FDA is now asking compound pharmacies to help fill the gaps. WAFF 48's Nick Ballinger spoke to a local compound pharmacist here in Huntsville. And Nick, it's normally illegal for compound pharmacies to recreate identical medication.
Yeah, Margot, that's what the owner of this compounding pharmacy here in Huntsville told me. But in this case, which is a grave emergency, the FDA is letting those generics slide. One of the largest producers of IV fluids and dialysis solutions in the world is struggling. Baxter International's North Carolina facility was hit hard by Hurricane Helene, and the fallout is apparent. Fresenius Medical Care, a dialysis center in Huntsville, said in a statement, FME is further exploring all opportunities to ensure patients' needs for both IV fluids and PD products are met during this period of critical need. And Huntsville Hospital, along with Hemsey, feels the shortage as well.
We have patients that need IV fluid. They also need sometimes medications, and then it has to be given through a slow drip, like using an IV pump.
So compound pharmacies like Huntsville Compounding Pharmacy are being asked by the FDA to fill that gap.
Pharmacists, especially compounding pharmacies, want to help where we can, and I think we'll be asked to do that when we can.
Generally, compounding pharmacies aren't allowed to copy ingredients for medicine like IV fluid, but Philip Rigsby, the owner of Huntsville Compounding Pharmacy, says in this case the FDA is making an exception. Think about IV fluid like you'd think of gasoline. 87, 89, and 93 are all just a little bit different from each other, but they all have the same base compound. So all three of them are still gas, and they'll still make your car run. The FDA won't give pharmacies the exact mixture of Baxter International supply, but it will allow them to use the same base compound.
In this case, because of drug shortages and specifically the IV case, we're going to be asked to do that because the demand is going to be high.
Now, Rigsby tells me his pharmacy hasn't been called on to help yet, but he's expecting that call to happen very soon, and he's preparing for it. Reporting live in Huntsville, Nick Ballinger, 48 News, on your side.